Tonight, 520,000 refugees have already fled Ukraine since Russia's invasion, and those are just the formal numbers. They're staggering. It's from the United Nations. It is a number that is rising exponentially hour after hour, and that's just a fact because every single minute at those borders, people are crossing over, and behind them are tens of thousands of people. Poland, Romania, Slovakia, just some of the neighboring countries where refugees are risking their lives to enter for safety. And they're not spending hours to get there. They're spending days, sleeping on the side of the road, sleeping in their cars. It is something that my team and I saw up close on our journey out of Ukraine. It was a trip that would normally, to get to the Polish border, have taken us about 2 or 3 hours. It took us 21 hours. Here's our story.
The day began well before dawn with air raid sirens.
Those sirens you hear actually mark the end of the air raid warning that we just had. The air raid actually went off while it was still dark, while I was getting ready. Had to go to the basement for a little bit. Obviously, it was full because the hotel is absolutely full of people who are fleeing to try to get further west. Now we're loaded up, a few minutes delayed because of that, and we're about to be on our way to the border.
We were in the van at 7 a.m., driving through a shell-shocked city, a city where many had already fled, and others were arriving en masse from points farther east. The cold is cruel. There are young children everywhere, exhausted families. Most have nowhere to go. Their destination still unknown.
Right, this is the main train station here in Lviv. It is unbelievably crowded, and most of these people, this is the final stop they can get west. Many of the men are trying to board buses to go to Poland. There's an unbelievable horde of humanity here, and I will say this is the most diverse group of people that we have seen since we came into this country.
Some head straight from the trains to the bus depot.
So you buy the tickets on the bus.
You're waiting to buy the ticket now.
So that's why their jams sort of first come till the bus is full to get the tickets.
We see a group of women and children.
It's unclear how to get bus tickets.
Unclear how to get bus tickets, trying to get a taxi. They came from Kyiv. Your whole family?
No.
Yeah.
We're separate. We're people who don't know each other.
Don't know each other.
Yeah.
We met each
Sort
other
of.
in the train.
Oh, and now traveling together.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Yeah, trying.
Естественно.
Okay. All right, so we can see they're on a similar to an Uber app. They're looking at trying to get a car to Poland. People turning around.
And back in our van, about 1 hour later, we saw where those ride hires ended.
We've just come to a complete stop. We are 28 and a half miles from the border exactly. You hear or see cars going the other direction. Now we understand why. I was wondering why they were there. It's because people are getting to this point and just turning around and giving up. We should be like planning our gas situation because
The gas here, long gone. Now we know why we've seen abandoned cars. We were stunned. People who had been living normal lives in comfortable houses in wealthy cities, going to work, to school, days before, now with just the clothes on their backs. Others reducing their entire lives to a suitcase. Their babies strapped on, strollers, pets, toddlers walking. These people are 30 miles from the border. They may spend nights in the biting cold.
I wonder if there's anyone who...
Our team, here you see Jan, Hannah, and James, didn't have any idea about what to do either. There is no answer.
They're going to start calling the people we have, at least on the other side of the border, to see if we should try to go to one of the other Polish ones. And then, you know, they say they don't have anyone in terms of figuring out the Slovak or Hungarian, but even, you know, hopefully just if they can look at if there's news reports or something that's somewhat recent, maybe that could help us make a decision.
Right, people are posting on social media or something. Yeah.
Because I think it's just, you know, if we do the 3.5 hours down there, and then it's also bad, and then, you know, where do we end, you know, which border do we end up spending the night in the car?
This woman was hoping to eventually get to Germany.
So in an hour and 10 minutes, we went about 1/2 of 1 mile. So that means, obviously, you do the math, the distance to the border, it would take us 57 hours to get there at the pace we're going now. And the situation at this border crossing, we understand, has deteriorated dramatically. There's a lot of tension here. We just saw a skirmish the other moment. Someone tried to come in, cut in, and come through here to the gas station. And literally the car here was just cutting them off, wouldn't even let that person in. When you're 57 hours away from the border, it just gives you a sense of how desperate people are.
So we turned around. Behind us, the end of the line. People here not yet aware they are 30 miles and several days from possibly crossing a border. This is Mark, a career war zone photojournalist. He's filming almost all of what you're seeing here. Lines of cars, more lines of cars, lines of cars. A soul-crushing reality. Rare moments of what is normal life along the way. But mostly this, sitting, parked, engine off, waiting at checkpoints like this one. Hannah filmed locals building cinder block towers and piling up tires to burn to stop a Russian advance. We lost count of the number of checkpoints, but one was worse than all the others.
So now we're headed for border crossings either on the Hungarian border or the Slovakian border. The line of cars here, though, is actually for a checkpoint. And this particular checkpoint, we have been in line for almost 2 hours. And we probably have at least that far to go, all the way up and around that curve and up that hill.
I was wrong there. It took us more than 6 hours to get past that checkpoint. People fell asleep waiting. But no one ever cut around a sleeping driver when the line moved 3 or 4 car lengths. They just waited. While there, we talked to people, like Alexander, who was trying to find a border where he could drop his wife off.
Does your wife want you to fight?
No, she actually wants to not fight. She's scary, and she says I cannot decide it on my own. So I will try to convince her.
Alexander has a medical degree and says he can help the wounded in an ICU. To him, nothing can be worse than this excruciating wait.
All these lines and queues of cars, it's actually seems more exhausting and more harder than to actually fight those Russians.
I also met Irina at the only store in the tiny cluster of houses.
Ukrainian people very strong.
Yes.
Yeah, and very intelligent. Yeah. I believe for the peace. I believe for the everything. Fine. Sorry.
She broke the war news to her family in Russia.
And the family said, "What? War
Russia.
with Ukraine?"
In Russia.
But nobody know about news. No news with Russia. Nothing say about this.
They didn't know.
With the Russia, news.
The news is
absolutely,
controlled.
Not only control, absolutely different and liar. With the Russia, it's a lot of people there. People don't want war. It's only stupid, sick, who.
By the time we passed the checkpoint, it was hours past dark. The roads, remote. The curves, sharp. Suddenly, after so many hours at the checkpoint, it was disconcerting. We didn't see a single car until anywhere near a border. This line is for the Slovakian border. That line was at least 14 hours long. It may have been much, much longer. We stopped after 17 hours for our driver to nap. His dedication to helping us was incredible. Of course, he is between the ages of 18 and 60, so he is not allowed to leave Ukraine. He could take us only as far as the border, where we unloaded in the frigid darkness. There we met a family who described, in shock, how they'd watched Putin's rockets streaking across the sky in one of the attacks. The feeling of knowing the rockets would land seconds later, somewhere in their country, and destroy and kill, leaving them just shaking their heads at us, without words.
So this is Hungary. Behind me, the border. It took us 21 hours to get here. Of course, for us, we're now headed home. And for so many people that we saw, afraid, they are leaving behind their homes. And for now, leaving behind the country that they love so much. So for us, it took another 4 hours. These borders are very remote on both sides. So it's another 4 hours, multiple flights ending home. The experience was crushing, and our team found a reservoir of self-control I am not sure any of us thought we had. Never had an experience like that. But I cannot emphasize enough how that in our minds and hearts, this was so fundamentally different for us than for anyone else in those lines. The emotional pain and loss that they feel, they are facing an unimaginable and unexplainable loss and a sudden invasion of their home, an attack. And they're leaving and they don't know if or when they will ever come home.